Kahala Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakakadash, Kwams, and Sharala. Alright, led by the Holy Spirit, we're gonna say like we say we're gonna do. We're gonna do um, chapter 4 of Judges, book of Judges, which is Deborah and Barak, and we're also gonna do the Song of Deborah. Deborah pretty much means a worker bee, queen bee, a worker bee, you know what I'm saying? And Barak, everybody knows that means bless. So let's get it, fam. The Israelites again did what was evil in the sight of the Yahweh Elohim. After Ehud died, so the Most High sold them into the hand of the king of Jabin of the Canaanites. Jabin means soothsayer, sorcery, divination. You understand that this, that has been the original sin, man. You know what I'm saying? Witchcraft, divination, sun worshiping, moon worshiping. That's sorcery, man, to the highest level. So it says here, who reigned in Hazor. You know what I'm saying? Hazor is like the fortress, the place. The commander of his army was Sisera. That's the cavalry. The people. Okay, and who lived in Harath Shegon. Then the Israelites cried out to the Most High for help, for he had 900 chariots of iron and had oppressed the Israelites' cruelty 20 years. Yeah, every time we always follow these divination practicing other nations, man. We suffer, man. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Deborah, like I said, a prophet, wife of Lapito. Lapito means flame, fire, like the whole, like how the consuming fire. That's the holy word. Was judging Israel. She used to sit under the palm of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in the hill country of Ephraim, and the Israelites came up to her for judgment. She went and summoned Barak. Barak means blessed. You know what I'm saying? Son of Abinam from Kadesh. Kadesh means holy, you know what I'm saying? In Naphtali, and said to him, that's one of the tribes, and the Most High Yahweh Elohim of Israel commands you, go take position at Mount Tabor, bringing 10,000 from the tribe of Naphtali and the tribe of Zebulun. Okay? I'm saying that's my tribe, Central America, Zebulun. I will draw out Sisera, the general of Jabin army, to meet you by the Wadi Kishon with his chariots and his troops, and I will give him into your hands. Barak said to him, to her, if you will go with me, I will go, but if you will not go with me, I will not go. And she said, I will surely go with you. Nevertheless, the road on which you are going will not lead to your glory. For Yahweh Elohim will sell Sarah into the hands of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Then Deborah got up and went with Barak to Kadesh, and Barak summoned Zebulun and Naphtali into Kadesh, and the 10,000 warriors went up with him, and Deborah went up with them. Okay, basically, you know what I'm saying, that Deborah represents the worker bees, the workers, and if she goes and does this work, she won't be blessed, pretty much, metaphor speaking. And, prophets from Naphtali and Zebulun went too, and the woman is Sarah, which means, the cavalry, the people. So too is Babylon, man, the harlot, So now it says here, now Hebron and Kenite had separated from the other Kenites, that is the descendants of Hobab, the father-in-law of Moses, Hetans, and had encamped as far as Elon Bizanan, which is near Kadesh, or basically people are almost trying to be holy, but they're not. When Sisera was told that the Barak son of Abidan had gone up to make him to board, Sisera called out all his chariots, 900 chariots of iron, and all the troops who were with him from Hagon to Wadi Kihon. Then Deborah said to Barak, up, for this is the day on which the Most High had given Sisera into your hands. Then the Most High indeed going out before you. So Barak went down from Mount Tabor with 10,000 warriors following him, and the Most High threw Sierra and all its chariots and all his army into a panic before Barak. Sierra and down from the chariots and fled away on foot, while Barak pursued the chariots and army to Haroshen. Hagoim, all the army of Sisera fell by the sword. No one was left. Now Sisera had fled away on foot to the tent of Jael, wife of Heber the Kenite. Jael basically it means a goat of a mountain goat. That's one of the names too for Baal. The goat. You know what I'm saying? They revere it. You know what I'm saying? There's always been witchcraft, divination with all these Canaanites and these people. That's why the Most High wanted us to destroy these nations, because they're not, they're not like us. You know what I'm saying? They're demons. So let's proceed. Or vessels for demons. Now it says here there was a peace between King Jabin and Hazor and the clan of Heber and the Kenite. Between Hetans. Jael came out to meet Sisera and said to him, "Turn aside, my lord, turn aside to me. Have no fear." So he turned aside to her into the tent, and she covered him with rugs. Then he said to her, "Please give me a little water to drink, for I am thirsty." So she opened a skin of milk and gave him a drink and covered him. Basically, the multitudes of people will always go to divination. They will always choose sorcery, be vessels for demons, so they could fulfill the like these demons say, "Do as they will," fulfill the desires of the flesh. Now say so she opens, so he stand at the entrance of the tent, and then anybody comes and asks you, "Is anyone here?" She say no. But your wife of Heber took a tent peg and took a hammer in her hand and went softly to him and drove the peg into his temple until it went down to the ground. He was lying fast asleep from wearing, and he died. Then, as Barak came into pursuit of Sisera, Jael went out to meet him and said to him, "Come, and I will show you the man who you are seeking." So she went into her tent, and there was Sisera lying dead with the tent peg in her temple. Basically, people bought into the people bought into the divination, like always, what I'm saying? And like the harlot spirit, Babylon spirit, Jezebel spirit, the spirit of wicked seduction, it's a feminine vibration, what I'm saying? That's why these heat inside these nations, they revere the woman. And I will show you, and come on, and I will show you a man who you're seeing, right? And it says here, so on that day, Yahweh Elohim subdued King Jabin from Canaan before the Israelites. Then the hand of the Israelites bore harder and harder to King Jabin of Canaan until they destroyed King Jabin of Canaan. Basically, it's always going to be beef, perpetual beef between us and these nations. Now, let's sing the song of Deborah. Then Deborah and Barak, son of Abiam, sang on that day, saying, "When locks are long in Israel, when the people suffer themselves willingly, bless Yahweh Elohim. Hear, O king, give ear, O prince. To the Most High I will sing. I will make melody to the Most High of Yahweh Elohim of Israel. The Most High, when you went out from Seir, when you marched from the region of Edom, yes, Edomite demons, the earth trembled and the heavens poured and the clouds indeed poured water. The mountains quaked before the Most High, the one of Sinai before the Most High, the one of Israel. In the days of Shamagar son of Anath, in the days of Jael, caravans ceased and travels kept to be by byways. The peasantry prospered in Israel. They grew fat and plundered because you arose. Deborah arose as a mother in Israel. Yeah, the work with these men, doing this work, prophesying and proclaiming the righteous kingdom. When new gods were chosen, then war was in the gates, was shield or spear to be seen amongst the 40,000 in Israel. My heart goes out to the commanders of Israel who offer themselves willingly amongst the people. Bless Yahweh Elohim. Yeah, man, those are willing to do the work, man. Don't love their life enough to put in work. Tell all of it, you who ride on the white donkeys, you who sit on the rich carpets, and you who walk by the way, to the sound of musicians at the watering places. There they repeat the trumps of the Most High, the trumps of the peasantry in Israel. Then down to the gates march the people of Yahweh Elohim. Awake, awake, Deborah, awake, awake, utter a song. Arise, Barak, lead away your captives. Basically, wake up, work for bees, be blessed, be blessed. O son of Abidan, then down march the remnant of the noble, the people of the Most High, marched down for him against the mighty. From Ephraim they set out into the valley. From Ephraim against the mighty. From Ephraim they sent out into the valley, following you, Benjamin with your king. Benjamin, with Judah. From Asher marched down the commanders, and from Zebulun those who bear the martial staff, those who have the understanding, like I said, Moses sent his son. How in the latter days Zebulun will know the things of the treasures that were in the sand. Basically, the lost knowledge, the spirit of discernment, man, prophecy, popular name. Now it says here, the chiefs of Issachar come down with Deborah, and Issachar faithful to Barak, the blessed people from Issachar. Into the valley they rushed out at his heels. Among the clans of Reuben there were great searchings of hearts. Why did you tarry among its sheepfolds to hear the pipings for the flocks? Amongst the clans of Reuben there were great searches of hearts. Basically, finding their identity. Gideon stayed beyond the Jordan, and Dan, why did he abide with the ships? Basically, Dan, he got lost. We don't know where he's at. Asher is still at the coast of the sea, settling down by his landings. Zebulun is a people that scorn death, Naphtali too on the heights of the field. The kings came, they then fought the kings of Canaan and of Tanakh by the waters of Megiddo. They got no spoils of silver, basically no queen of heaven, no moon worshiping. The stars fought from heaven. From the course they fought against Sisera. Yeah, basically, like I said, sun worship, star divination, sun worshiping, star worshiping, zodiac and all that other shit, man. It's all witchcraft, man. It's all basically summoning demons and spirits, man, being in order being possessed, by being defiled. You know what I'm saying? Now it says the torrent Kishan swept them away, and the unrushing torrents, the torrent Kishon marched on my soul with might. Then loud beat the horse's hoof with the gallopings of his steeds. Curse Mirah, says the angel of the Most High. Curse bitterly its inhabitants, because they did not come to the help of the Most High, to the help of against the Almighty. Basically, the fickle people, the ones that sell out. Most blessed of women be Yael, the wife of Haber, the Kenite of tent-dwelling women, most blessed. He asked water, and she gave him. She brought him curds in a lowly place, but she put her hands to the tent peg and her right hand to the worker's mail. She stroked Sisera a blow. She crushed his head. She shattered and pierced his temple. He sank. He fell. He lay still at her feet, and her feet he sank and fell. Where he sank there, and he fell dead. Yeah, all these other nations, what I'm saying, they basically, because all these heathen, they're not Israelites, nothing. So these nations, they've been given over, what I'm saying, to to the Queen of Heaven and to that female vibration. You know what I'm saying? Most High ain't here to save them. So that's what we say. That's why it says, blessed be her, because she got rid of our enemies. But we're not supposed to go in that way. Out of the window she peered. The mother of Sisera's gaze through the lattice. Why is his chariot so long in coming? Why tarry the hoofbeats of his chariots? Her whistled ladies make answers. Indeed, she answers the questions herself. Are they not finding and dividing the spoil? Basically, yeah, man, this way, man, where you like it now, you might be rich in faith, it still leads you to the grave. So she answers her questions herself, man. You nothing but death. And they did not find they not finding and dividing the spoils, a girl or two for every man, a spoil of dying stuff, for dyed stuff for Sisera, spoil of dyed stuff. Yeah, man, fornication, all kind of works of iniquity and filth, man. 2 pieces of thy work embroidered for my neck and spoil. So perish all your enemies. See, good riddance, man. See, these calamities plagues were not meant for us. We're supposed to be set apart, so that we wouldn't have to suffer this fact. But unfortunately, 2/3 of the people are going to be gone. But may your friends be like the sun as it rises in the might, and the land had rest for 40 years. All right, Selah, hallelujah, man. I hope it's fine, man. Remember, family, we had the spirit of Deborah and Barak, man, with the work of peace, they're blessed, what I'm saying, and Kadesh, what I'm saying, on that note, I'm going to say shalom.